I almost died. That dude that was standing on our tank when I froze it on that frame, his face, oh my god. I died. What's happening, guys? It's your buddy Griz here, and how the heck are ya? I'm doing excellent, and I'll tell you why. I've got an update for everyone today with regards to the Community Map Project. For the unfamiliar, the Community Map Project is something DICE has been working on, which is heavily influenced by we, the players and community. DICE has been hard at work alongside the dedicated folk over on the CTE to create a new map for the final Battlefield 4 DLC. But before I get started on the map, I absolutely need to bring this to your attention. Remember in my previous video featuring the new weapons coming to BF4, like the AN94 here, remember how I said I wish they would implement the 2-shot burst feature on the AN94 the way it's supposed to be, with the 2 bullets that fire in extremely rapid succession? Well, I'm kind of wondering if someone at DICE may have seen that video, because now they totally did it! And it's exactly the way I wanted it. Check out how deadly this thing is now when you use the 2-round burst fire mode. Now, I wouldn't want to take credit for this or anything, but I totally will. My idea, guys. All mine. I'm just kidding. But I was so wonderfully surprised when I realized what was happening. I figured I'd feature the gameplay of the AN94 of me wrecking people with this new amazingly awesomeness so you guys could see it in action. So let's start with the present, and then we'll go over a little history, just because I've been meaning to make a video about the project for a while. This really is my first, but as far as what you're seeing on screen today, this is the alpha scale test of the new map, which DICE has made available to try on a couple of the CTE servers. As you can clearly see, it is far from complete. Most of the textures are this weird gray grid thingy that makes it feel like Tron or something. It's still very bare minimum as well when it comes to objects on the map, like rocks and stuff that may provide good cover later on. What they want our feedback on right now is basically the scale of the map itself. So, like, how is the overall size? Are there some areas that are too big or too small? And the distances between the objectives, are those okay? Quick personal opinion, I think the map plays fairly well already actually, and I'm quite pleased with the size. Nothing sticks out as a problem area as far as I can tell. However, during my time playing, we never did have a full 64-man game going on, so things might maybe stick out a little more apparently when there are more people on the map. But as far as right now, I can't see anything that really sticks out. In one game, the enemy team even had all the objectives, forcing us to all spawn at deployment, but thanks to this handy little hilly area located near the A flag, we were actually able to push them back, recapture our gimme, which was A, and move out from there. That's the mark of a well-designed map right there. If a team can break out of a spawn trap, chances are it's a good map design. Now, this map does not have a name yet that I'm aware of, but we do know it will be a jungle setting with all these small rivers running through it. There are lots of hills overlooking lower-lying areas like this one right here, which is perfect for snipers and DMR lovers. The central flag here, which is C, is known as the Ghost Town. Ooh, spooky! And I've found that generally this is where most of the action takes place. I feel like there's always going to be an epic fight for C because it's situated right in the middle of the map, and it's nestled between basically the 2 highest points of the map as well. So 2 mountains on each side for snipers, and 2 funnels on each end for vehicles. Sounds like a recipe for fun. Speaking of vehicles, there will be a nice little balance here, as so far there seems to be only one MBT per side. I think each side also gets a Jeep and a couple dirt bikes, and I'm pretty sure there's an ATV available somewhere when you capture a certain flag. So really, not much at all in the way of vehicles. This map is really shaping up to be real nice for infantry-based combat. And there aren't a lot of short-range battles that take place on this map though. There are ample long lines of sight, wide open areas, and minimal cover other than a few scattered buildings and rocks. So brace yourselves, the DMR spam is coming. Mind you, all of that could change based on the community's feedback. If DICE ends up adding more vehicles or more buildings for cover, then you might see the engineer class become a lot more useful on this map, because as it stands right now, classes with the longer range weapons like the recon and the support are going to give you your best chance, I think, and that's what I saw most people running with as well. Although the AN94 here is super awesome at long range with this new feature. It does seem to me like the bullet velocity is on the lower side. However, yeah, I definitely had trouble hitting moving targets at the start from a distance. But if you really take your time and aim for headshots and aim carefully with this thing, you can drop enemies from long range in a hurry. But despite that bullet velocity being a bit low, it seems like the bullet drop distance is actually quite long. So you can go ahead and basically aim where you want it to hit at extremely long distances and still hit your target pretty easily. It might take a while for your bullets to get there, but at least you don't have to arc your shots too much. Like I said though, I did find it tricky at first. But it wasn't long, I guess, before I really got the feel for it. And once you do, man, the AN94 is deadly. Like this shot right here, I didn't even think I could make it, and there it is. So before I ended the video, I wanted to talk about the community map project as a whole, how it's been going so far, and what I hope to see happen going forward. Now, this was all started as a way for DICE to basically make up for the bad state that BF4 was in at launch, and for basically a year and a half after as well. Yeah, not the best launch for a game ever, that's for sure. And I think a lot of players were turned off from the game rather quickly as a result. And since release though, they've been working tirelessly to patch, tweak, and hopefully fix Battlefield 4. Now I gotta say, things like this magnifier glitch still exist and they make me angry. I wish they would fix this. Why does it switch like that? I have no idea. And it sucks because I really like the magnifier. I think it's a really useful attachment. But anyways, other than that, I think they've done an absolutely tremendous job. The game plays so much better than it ever has now. And they've also decided to give us one more unscheduled DLC as penance. As for what they should add to the map, I really think it needs more cover, obviously, in some of the more open areas. This should give us medics a fighting chance against the hordes of recons that will undoubtedly be all over this place. Other than that, I think they should add maybe a transport vehicle for each team as well, because it seems a little empty for the engineers right now. I'm thinking either a LAV or maybe a transport chopper. I definitely do not want to see an attack heli, Little Bird, or jets on this map. You know, there are plenty of air maps for you air guys already. So, there's only a few infantry-centric ones aside from, you know, the Dragon's Teeth maps. So please keep the air vehicles to transports only, please. Okay, thanks. Love, Griz. Those would be my only two suggestions so far though, I guess. I'd really like to try this map with a full server before I pass too many judgments on it though. But I will report any new findings I come across, and you can bet I'll be making another video on it soon. Hopefully next time we'll have some textures on this bad boy. That's pretty much going to do it for me though this time, guys. Hope you enjoyed getting a look at the new map, even though it's not much to look at right now. Let me know what you guys think of it down in the comments as well. What do you like about it so far? What don't you like? Anything you can see that might be a problem, or you know, do you guys have any suggestions? I'd love to hear your comments, guys, so get busy. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please consider hitting that like button down below. And as always, if you're a fresh face to the channel, then I'd love it if you would subscribe, guy. Toodles for now. Love, Griz.